Season 2 of The Last of Us just wrapped up, and honestly, I was hoping for more than just 7 episodes, but hey, it is what it is. The events in Utah have casted doubt in Ellie's mind, and now Joel and Ellie's relationship feels more strained than ever. On the bright side, a fresh new cast is stepping in this season. Will the show stay faithful to the game's story, or take a different path? Let's check it out. I was browsing Reddit last month, minding my own business, and these subs kept popping up on my feed as recommended. People were posting their thoughts on Season 2, and here I am, totally unaware and oblivious of Season 2's release. I guess I should pay more attention. I grabbed some popcorn and ended up watching 5 episodes in one evening, and it's different. I want to preface by saying I played all the PlayStation games on release. Matter of fact, Last of Us Part 1 is in my top 10 video games of all time. The setting, story, characters, and how it all comes together is in a class of its own. And Factions was goated back then. 7 years later, the long-awaited Part 2 finally released. I had mixed emotions during my playthrough, but I still admire how Naughty Dog continues to innovate within the story-driven action genre, consistently pushing boundaries even now. A few issues I had with Part 2 was, I don't know. 1. Where's bloody Factions? 2. The Last of Us Part 2 sparked controversy due to an uncomfortable and divisive sex scene. And 3, where the hell is Factions? I don't normally grade games or media, but if I had to give them marks, it would look something like this. Jackson, Wyoming serves as a peaceful, fortified community offering rare safety in a world full of infected. Surrounded by snowy mountains and protected by high walls, it's a place of routine, security, and hope, where survivors like Joel and Ellie briefly experience a sense of calm and belonging. Pedro Pascal returns as Joel, a weary survivor whose past choices continue to shape the story's emotional core. He's older, more reflective, as he tries to find peace after years of violence. His fatherly bond with Ellie remains the show's centerpiece, though it's weighed down by the secrets he continues to hide. Outside The Last of Us, Pedro works a lot. Geez, that's a long list. As much as I am a fan of Pedro, creative differences in the show lead me to give the edge to the original Joel. Then there's Joel's brother Tommy. He's one of the few adults in Jackson that truly understands Ellie. As many of you know, she can be a handful, but Tommy's temperament allows him to connect with her in a way that most others can't. Tommy's portrayal is nearly identical to his in-game counterpart. However, like Joel, Tommy's story is altered in the series. His relationship with Joel doesn't feel like as strong as it should be. And for that, I'm sticking with the OG. Isabella Merced takes on the role of Dina, and whether intentional or not, she quickly emerges as the standout of the show. She embodies the character effortlessly, delivering a performance that arguably eclipses the rest of the cast. Dina's sharp and always thinking a few steps ahead. She's well organized and calculated, but it's her rough edges, her flaws, that make her all the more captivating. It's a no-brainer. I prefer the Dina in the show. It's as if HBO pulled off a Kagebunshin and brought Jesse straight out of the game and into live action. Young Mazzino is a spot-on replica of Jesse, and I don't think it gets any better. Young brings a grounded presence to the show, conveying Jesse's quiet strength, loyalty, and subtle humor. He leads without ego, making him instantly likable and authentic, just like the game's original portrayal. Jesse gets more development in the show, so yep. If you keep up with The Last of Us, who's your favorite character? And why is it Bill? Then there's Abby. Caitlin Dever steps into the role and, so far, delivers a solid performance. With only 7 episodes this season, it's clear she'll have a much larger presence in Season 3. Showrunners Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin chose to scale back Abby's physicality, shifting the focus from raw strength to emotional depth and character-driven drama. I can understand the emphasis on drama, but Abby's physical build is a key part of who she is. It's central to her character and motivation. About a year ago, there was a Reddit post floating around that pitched Katie O'Brien for the role of Abby, and honestly, I see it. Katie's not only been in The Walking Dead and The Mandalorian, but good lord, those shoulders. Low-key kinda jealous. And finally, Ellie. I saved her for last because most of my criticisms about the show center around her. While I appreciated Bella Ramsey's performance in Season 1, it's in Season 2 where everything starts to crumble and her portrayal starts to fall apart. As much as I want to hold Bella accountable for the shortcomings, I place more of the blame on the writing. Live-action Ellie is nowhere near like her in-game persona. In-game Ellie is complex, determined, and emotionally scarred. She's hardened by loss and driven by revenge. The video game story focuses on her single-minded pursuit of justice that gradually isolates her from those she loves. Ellie takes control of her own narrative, playing second fiddle to no one. She's proactive, not reactive, driving the story forward on her own terms. It's her world, and everyone else is just living in it. I found Bella's portrayal of Ellie difficult to watch. Ellie's a lot older, but she seems way more immature now, way more than before. I find it hard to root for someone when their response to everything is,
"Get the fuck out of here. Suck my dick." Hey, can you shut the fuck? Oh, fuck me.
Stay where you fucking hope so. 10 seconds in, I already can't feel my ass.
And it wasn't a fucking experiment.
Yeah, one. How the fuck are we gonna get all of this?
Joel, what the fuck?
I don't give a fuck.
Instead of pursuing her targets with focus and resolve, live-action Ellie makes impulsive, irrational choices that undermine her own goals. She has little involvement with any of the planning, and takes unnecessary risks to save people who have no relevance to the objective, jeopardizing her mission entirely. Her behavior resembles that of a moody high schooler, emotional, reactive, and inconsistent. While the story promises a tale of vengeance and retribution, what unfolds is a scattered journey marred with poor decisions and stunted emotional growth. The Last of Us navigates the relentless path of violence, mourning, and the struggle to find peace. It's a powerful, polarizing experience that leaves an impression long after it ends. Despite my criticisms, I still enjoyed Season 2. The story has shifted slightly and the perspective has changed, but I'm still committed to see it all through. I don't know. There's just something about it. So much is waiting just over the horizon, like Abby, and I'm genuinely curious to see where the story goes next. Emotional beats are the backbone of any compelling TV series. They reveal layers to the character, nuance to the story, and allow viewers to connect on a personal level. It's all there. Or rather, it's all here. You just have to know where to look. Given the current state of production, it might be a few years before we see this story again. I'm hoping it ends up being more than 7 episodes. Check out The Last of Us streaming on HBO.